National Guard is formed up at the base of the mountain, is attempting to lure the enormous poodle towards a cave where they hope to destroy it with napalm. 1,000 of the troopers are now...
What's up, YouTube? SalvoG here, and welcome back to another Frank Zappa reaction video. It's been a while. Great to get back to Mr. Zappa here. And this one is courtesy of Robert over on Patreon, so thanks, Robert, for all the support and the request. So the song, by the way, is called Cheepnis, and it's from an album called Roxy and Elsewhere, which is a live album from Frank Zappa and the Mothers. So when listening to this album, I think it's going to be comprised, or the song I should say, well, whatever you're doing, if you are listening to this album, it's comprised of shows from the Roxy Theater in Hollywood, California over a span of 3 days. And there are some overdubs in the studio it mentions, and if you scroll down, you can see that it shows you the date that it was recorded, and if also there is some studio overdubs as well. So this particular song is the Roxy December 10th, 1973 Late Show in Bollock Sound Studio December 12th, 1973. So the song, which is a tribute to a low-budget monster movie, the song first appeared on this album, and he introduces the song with a spoken monologue about his about his love of the 1956 film It Conquered the World and horror movies in general. Zappa also says that cheapness, in the case of a monster movie, has nothing to do with the budget of the film, although it helps. I get it. So there is the title. That's where the title plays into. Gotcha. The lyrics describe a monster named Frunobelex, a very large poodle dog. The poodle is a recurring theme in Zappa songs and is an example of conceptual continuity in his work. Continuing, that is a... Wikipedia never fails to throw a word at me that I'm like, wow, I haven't read that in either ever or a lot of years. Continuity, there we go. The Real Frank Zappa book. Zappa reveals that Frunobelax was inspired by his pet sheepdog, Fruny. This is very themed. The theming on this song, and I'm sure a lot of Frank Zappa stuff, is like so good. The last song I heard was really trippy, though, I will say that. But anyways, without further ado, now Robert has sent me this link. So this description says, this is the original and best vinyl version of this. All the other videos for this on here are the crappy remixed CD versions. Interesting. Okay. Well, let us go ahead and check this out. I read through some of the comments and it does praise the song, and they do say it's a really good version. So hopefully this is great. All right, here we go.
Cheapness.
What's it
Let
called?
me tell you something. Do you like monster movies? Anybody? I love monster movies. I simply adore monster movies, and the cheaper they are, the better they are.
The cheaper.
And cheapness, in the case of a monster movie, has nothing to do with the budget of the film, although it helps. But true cheapness is exemplified by visible nylon strings attached to the jaw of a giant spider. I'll tell you a good one that I saw one time. I think the name of the film was It Conquered the World. And do you ever see that one? The monster looks sort of like an inverted ice cream cone with teeth around the bottom. It's like a teepee, or sort of a rounded off pup tent affair. And it's got fangs on the base of it. I don't know why, but it's a very threatening sight. And then he's got a frown and, ugly
that is really creepy.
And there's this one scene where the monster is coming out of a cave, see? There's always a scene where they come out of the cave at least once. And the rest of the cast, it must have been made around the 1950s. The lapels are about like that wide. The ties are about that wide, and they're about this short. And they always have a little revolver that they're going to shoot the monster with. And there's always a girl who falls down and twists her ankle. Hey, of course there is. You know how they are. the weaker sex and everything, twisting their ankle on behalf of the little ice cream cone. Well, in this particular scene, folks, they didn't want to retake it because it must have been so good. They wanted to keep it, but when the monster came out of the cave, just over on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see about this much 2x4 attached to the bottom of the thing as the guy is pushing it out. And then, obviously, off camera, somebody's going, "No, get it back." And they drag it back just a little bit as the guy's going.
Oh my gosh.
Now that's cheapness.
Yeah, that is terrible.
And this is cheapness here.
That is so creative. What a wonderful and brilliant idea and mind on Frank Zappa here. This is just, I love the lore behind it. It just makes the song so much more interesting and fun to hear.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I eat a hot dog, it tastes real good. Then I watched a movie from Hollywood. I eat a hot dog, it tastes real good. Yum, yum. Then I watched a movie from Hollywood. Little Miss Muffin on a squad by me, yeah. Took the train around, I said, "Can you all see now? The little strings on the giant spider, the super from the Black Lagoon. The best spider takes where the boats go, and the flames on the side of the moon. The jelly and paint on the 40 watt roll, the use on the slime juice along. The rubbers and the wriggles and the cardboard rock, yeah. And the cast of the cave is too soft. The suicide hats are attached to the bag and the scientist man. The chemistry lady with the runaway mind, yeah. While the monster just hates your bed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the monster which the peasants in this area call Frunobulax, apparently a very large
Frunobulax
dog, has just been seen approaching
Apparently a very large poodle dog.
the power plant. Bullets can't stop it. Rockets can't stop it. We may have to use nuclear force.
Here comes that poodle dog. Big apple flip with a rhinestone collar.
Oh man.
Snapping off the trees like they was bonsai ornaments on a drywall landscape. Keep him away. Don't let the poodle bite me. We can't let him reproduce. Ah, somebody get out the bed.
The National Guard is formed up at the base of the mountain, is attempting to lure the enormous poodle towards a cave where they hope to destroy it with napalm. 1,000 of the troopers are now lined up and are calling to the monster.
Here, Fido. Here, Fido. Here, Fido.
Got a great big slimy thing. Got a great big hairy thing. Got a great big poodle thing. Got a great big hairy thing. Got a great big slimy thing. Got a great big hairy thing. Got a great big poodle thing. Got a great big hairy thing. Come on, everybody, hurry, let's go. Somebody get to the still water. Get the can goods, get the toilet paper, you know we need it. Go to the shelter, my baby, my baby. Go to the shelter, go to the shelter, go to the shelter, my baby, my baby. Go to the shelter, go to the shelter.
Oh my gosh.
Little Miss Muffin on a squat by me, kiss you, little strings dangling down. Makes your legs go wild with a mouth run. Shut, yeah. And the horrible eye, and that horrible eye, and that horrible eye. Go rolling around.
Wow.
Can you see it at all? Can you see it from here? Can you laugh till you weak on your knees? If you can't, I'm sorry, 'cause that's all I want to know. I need a little more cheapness.
A little more. If I'm not going to be saying that all day. Okay, so the rehearsals for the proper live versions, you will need to purchase the official video. I would totally do that. Where is it? Yeah, someone comment that down below. I would love to watch the official video if it's not on YouTube and I need to buy it somewhere. But he said they called the National Guard and they're gonna use napalm on the poodle in a cave. Lyrics were so wacky, but that's why it was so fun. Cheepnis, I love the idea. Yeah, exactly. Progressive rock, experimental. That is for sure. It was a little out of sync, but that didn't bother me at all. It didn't really affect my listening experience whatsoever. So cool video though. I love seeing the rehearsals. And then some imagery involved with the movie that he was describing. That was just really super fun. The poodle is just killing me. That is ridiculously funny, but so cool for a song idea. Funable Acts. I forgot. Anyway, Frank Zappa. Has he ever directed a movie or written a script for anything? I think he's got a rather brilliant and bright mind actually for stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of like Tim Burton a little bit. The song reminded me of what was that lobster song? Was that what it's called? The Lobster Song. Yeah, maybe the I might be saying it wrong. I can't remember. But anyways, that was just really fun. Great suggestion, Robert. I appreciate it. Cheepnis by Zappa. Yeah, I had no idea what that meant. I thought it was just a real word. I don't know. I was gonna read about what this word meant. It's rather an idea, and I think that is super interesting. Frank Zappa is just really different. There's a lot of intrigue and personality all over his songs that I've heard so far, and it's just really fresh. Love the progressive and experimental nature of it so far. If there's another Zappa song you guys would like me to check out, make sure you let me know down below in the comments, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Make sure you do that, guys. Appreciate you all so much. See you in the next one. Peace.